Hello, my beautiful friends. Today's great question is about eggs and labels. Really, it's about both. Cage-free versus free-roaming versus pasture-raised. What does it all mean? What's the best egg? And is it all marketing, or is there something behind it to make the egg better? Good question. In fact, I made it a blog post too, and I added a couple other labels like fair trade and antibiotic free and non-GMO. If you want to go to askmamafrat.com, click on the blog and you can see the entire blog post. But let's talk about answer the question that you asked about eggs. So cage free is one of the labels. It's my opinion, it's meant to make you feel good, because what cage free means is just what it sounds like. The animal, the bird, was raised not in a cage. The problem is, it doesn't tell you whether that bird got to see sunlight, whether it got to live in its natural habitat, whether it ever got to feel the earth, if it got grounded, if it got pecked on the ground and ate grass. I mean, it doesn't tell you any of that. And unfortunately, that's generally not what's happened. If you've ever gone to mass production farms or even seen the videos, you may be horrified, so you may not want to do that. But you will see they are in very large buildings, or it's larger than a room, but it's really a concrete building. And they're so crammed together, they're like sardines, and they're stuck in there together. And there's no sunshine, and the stench is terrible, and there's feces everywhere. And if you believe in animal energy, and that's maybe not the energy that you want to consume. So that's one egg. That's one kind of egg. But let's talk about free roaming and free range. By the USDA's definition, that means that animal has been allowed to have some outside time. It doesn't tell you how much, though. That's the problem. And as of right now, as far as I know, is all the research I've done, there's no third party checking it to be sure that that's happening. So does that mean that they were given 1 month of life to live outside? Does that mean they were given lots of time to live outside? Is it every day? Is it once a week? Is it once every 6 months? Once a quarter when you're cleaning out the stall? I don't know what it means. So I personally choose to steer away from those. There's another option, though. It's called pasture raised. And when it has that label on it, it means the entire life of that animal was spent in the pasture, outside the way it is intended to. That doesn't mean he didn't have any shelter, didn't mean that, it just means that he has been raised in the most humane way. He saw sunshine, he ate grass, he felt the earth underneath his feet or claws, I guess it is, you would say. It's a very humane way to raise animals. And if you're going to raise them, then they produce eggs, then they're going to be in a happy environment. If they're in a happy environment, then the egg is produced in a much, it's not as stressful. You know what it's like to live under stress. Well, animals feel stress too. So pasture raised, I guess, is the bottom line. When you see pasture raised, those are the eggs that you want. And yes, you're going to spend a little bit more. But if you are a very sensitive person, then you will actually feel the difference. Get somebody to blindfold you, make 2 eggs in separate pans, and actually try them. And notice one day how you feel when you eat the egg, and then the next day, anyway. I don't want this to go viral about making eggs and feeling energy. My intent was just to educate you about and answer the question. That was a very good question. Speaking of questions, if you have questions, please ask them. I love it. Go to askmamafrat.com and click on the Ask Me the Question button, and I will send you a personal email to answer your question, and you may even see the answer here on the vlog. And as in this case, it might also become a blog post. So thanks very much, everybody, for asking the questions. Keep them coming. I love you guys. Thank you.